Hi everyone, this is a continuation of us looking at scam emails. I will be doing so in a separate machine that has a VM that I'm using to look at these scam emails. I am not using my regular machine. I'm looking at the emails for some of the techniques that scammers use, such as authority or impersonation, intimidation, that scarcity urgency, that consensus social proof, and, if there's any familiar liking. So I'm looking at all these social engineering techniques that scammers use to see how much they apply in the email. Now, these are emails that I collected in this year, since the start of this year. So this is the third one in this series. And if you have any input or you have any emails you'd like to share with me, please let me know. But we're going to start with this one that's coming from purportedly McAfee. Now, if you don't know, McAfee has been is a company, surprisingly, that supposed to protect you from malware, like viruses and all that stuff on your computer. So here is someone telling me that my McAfee has expired. Click to update your subscription. Now, this was sent out in early February, but certain things I noticed about this email: the use of zero instead of O. You know, Another thing, the from McAfee support team, because now they're supposed to be like this IT help desk to help me. And look at the email. Nowhere in it, nowhere does it say McAfee. Okay? I like this. We have been trying to contact you to adjust your subscription. So supposedly I have a subscription. Your computer is unprotected. It can be exposed to viruses and other malware. Hackers don't stand a chance. Don't stand chance. Pardon me. Renew your virus protection today to help stay safe from online threats. So they're really, putting it like, you want to safe stay. They're from McAfee. They're giving me that urgency that I need to renew today to keep my computer safe. Now, ordinarily, if I was on my regular machine, I would not be clicking on the link. But because I'm in a VM on another machine, we're going to click on the link. It's going to open in Firefox. I'm not even using Google. And we're going to see what happens. So, before it opens, what do you think? Is it a marketing email, kind of spammy, or is it going to be a scam? Now, looking at the URL, that's one redirect. Here's another redirect. Wow. So, looking at the URL, it says warrenplain.com. It doesn't say McAfee, but it's very, I believe it does look like the McAfee logo. We can compare. We'll open a tab here and see how it compares to McAfee. I do believe I can do .com and it should take me straight there. And let us compare. Wow, look at that logo. So the logo comes up in their secure thing, and this is the actual website. HTTPS McAfee. Look on that logo with McAfee. Um, wow. And then let's look at the fake site that's selling McAfee virus update. They use that logo. Together is power. Special pricing available. They have that urgency. You need to protect your computer from viruses and malware. And they got special pricing, 60% off. Well, they do say on the bottom that it's privately owned and not affiliated with the brand. I'm just hovering over. I don't say anything except the JavaScript. But this is Okay, so we took a look at this. We're gonna move on. I mean, you decide, but if I was to get this antivirus, I would go directly to the site and not use this third party if it's marketed. So I'm going to close these tabs and we're going to look at another email. So now this one is telling me my CVS reward has just arrived. And CVS admin combine me.uk. This was recent, February 22nd, 2022. We have important message for you. Please confirm. Again, just a warning to everybody. Normally, don't click on links, especially on your computer where your browser has your saved information and everything. I am in a virtual machine on a separate machine. I'm using a Firefox browser. There's nothing saved on this browser that's off me for any cross scripting or any other kind of thing to occur. So we're going to see what happens when we click on this CVS. In Gmail, they tend to strip the pictures. I don't click to enable pictures. So we're going to see how closely. Okay, that's two. I'm looking how many URL redirects. That's three. So I'm just looking at the URLs changing. So this is a pharmacy survey. Now we're back to that survey. And you notice the colors they use. And I'm going to tell you from now, before even opening the page, that these are CVS colors. We can go over here, open a tab, and we can even put in CVS.com. So they tend to use brands that you're familiar with. And yes, in the US, we are familiar with CVS.coms, Walgreens. So them using that brand, there's a strong likelihood that I'm from the US that I will go to this drugstore. Look on the colors. You see that red? So they're going reminiscent, they're giving you that familiarity. Could be marketing, could be whatever. Notice the countdown. They're giving you a limited time, so they're really amping up that urgency. So it looks like this survey is sponsored by CVS. We don't know, and I'm not even going to go through it because I want to look at another email. So we're going to take a look at another email. We've seen this one, and we've seen this company with their surveys. Now, here's another thing they do. Banks. Scammers like to pretend to be your bank. So they're saying that the Chase account has been suspended. And look on the color they use for Chase and this logo. So let's look at this real quick. We recently detected unusual activity on your JP Morgan Chase online banking account. Unfortunately, we had to suspend your online banking in order to ensure this. Yeah, it sounds good. This suspension is temporary. We need some additional information to verify your identity. Please visit the verification form to complete your identity verification and regain Sincerely Chase Banking. Blah blah blah. Is sent from an unfiltered mailbox. Please do not reply to this email. Except for that one, everything else sounded almost real. Unfiltered mailbox. That one is new. But again, I like to say this. I am clicking on the link ordinarily on my regular computer where my browser may have stored some stuff about me. I would not, but I am in a VM on a separate computer. So that's to remove. And if you look on the URL, you'll notice, wow, 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 wow. This is amazing. They have this Chase logo, Chase, and they have the thing. They have a username, password, use token. They have UR, it's not Chase, UR4NM.com line. So this is definitely a phishing email. Save login for 4MN blah blah blah. You see where it's telling me to save login? So I would say don't save, right? We've noticed some unusual activity. So that crazy username I put in and that crazy password I made up, they want me to continue. So this is definitely one of those websites that they mirrored the actual website to capture your username and password, and then later on they will go and empty out your bank account. Luckily for me, I don't have a Chase debit. Here they want me to verify my email account, my data is secure. Chase Bank uses Plaid to verify email address authentication. This is how much they will do to get your information. So here I'm actually showing you this website that has imitated. I don't know what Chase does for their verification, how they verify who you are, etc., etc., but they will not do this. But this has been interesting, and I hope you catch me for my next installation when I go over some more scammy emails. By the way, this one was scary.